Welcome to Sweat the Standard podcast. I'm Vanessa, here with my co-host Terrence. We're here to help you raise the bar in business while making entrepreneurship simple, smart, and a whole lot more fun. Today, we are blessed with the presence of... I know.
Thank you.
Nice.
Definitely blessed. Yes.
Coming on this podcast every day.
Here we are with Jess, and she is going to be our marketing expert for this.
So excited. Everybody needs to know about marketing, especially from Jess.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I agree. So
Yeah.
super humble. She's really humble. And but she's going to be sharing 3 amazing tips that every entrepreneur should know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're very excited to
thank
have you. If you couldn't tell,
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I've had my tequila shot. I'm ready
hot
to
in
go.
here.
Yeah.
I feel okay. I guess maybe because I ate lunch and others didn't, and
That might be
prepared
true.
themselves for the tequila shot.
It's because the heat is not getting captured by
Any hair.
I feel judged. I really feel.
I think I'm just
judged.
jealous, honestly.
Like, I really feel judged, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, Jess, tell us about
Hey.
your company and honestly, what do you do?
Okay. Excellent first question. So my company is JMD, my initials, easy to remember, creative consulting. And if I had to box it up in a tight little bow, I basically become the marketing director for small business owners within their first 0 to 8 years of business, which is a very specific niche of entrepreneur. And they have very specific needs and marketing and revenue challenges, shall I say, within that first 8 years, especially if they're self-funded. And I have realized through the years that niche is so underrepresented and supported. And so I designed my whole business to make sure that those particular entrepreneurs get the support they need early on instead of 10 years down the road.
Man, I know I still need it.
Everybody needs it.
Yes.
Everybody needs it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very thankful for you. So how did you get started in this business?
So my previous life, I worked in retail for 25 years. And it's kind of like working in the restaurant industry where you learn people very quickly. You learn customer service. You learn all these different ways of business. And my store that I supported actually helped run it. So I learned behind the scenes how to do all these things business-wise and take care of people and branding and expectations. And that led me into, I have to get out of here. It was awful.
Well, I think everybody has that.
Yeah.
Awful. And when
moment.
and so when I made the jump, I ended up teaching myself web design because I thought I wanted to be a life coach. And then I quickly realized that was not the path that I wanted to be on. But teaching myself social media, website design, I realized I was really good at marketing.
Okay.
So I transitioned into just literally at 40, I took a whole jump off the cliff and decided that I was going to open my own business and haven't looked back. So here I am.
That's awesome. I mean, I think that's another thing too, is it's never too late to feel like you can start your own business.
Never, ever, ever.
Tell us something people don't see about the journey.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I've had my business for this year will be 5 years. And thank you.
Congrats.
I think the thing that no one really sees unless you're in my inner circle is the absolute days where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Everyone will find out that I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, they won't.
And they really won't.
They won't.
That's
Do you think
that's the crux of it.
Yeah.
But it's that internal. I saw a meme the other day on Instagram that was like, being an entrepreneur will literally shine a light on every insecurity you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Whether you're good enough, smart enough, capable enough, all the things. And that is something that I don't think as entrepreneurs we talk openly enough about. So we think we're siloed on these islands when really we're all feeling the same thing and we just need to talk about it more. So I love that this is what you guys are doing because I think it becomes less scary if we know that it's a shared experience.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, it's being a vulnerable, it's
Yeah.
funny, I've had the same conversations with both of you separately about all the different things of business and, how it ties into your personal life and how it makes you feel and how we all go through all these different things. We're in different industries, but still it's the same stuff.
same thing.
And it doesn't end. And, people need to know these things. You're not alone, even though you feel alone.
Yeah.
And we talk about this, but it's a very lonely position to be in. And you feel that you're the only person going through this and that oh man, it's going to all fall apart. And then you look up and it's 5 years later and you're like,
Absolutely.
oh shit, it's still
Yeah.
going. I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah. I had a moment December 2024 where I actually needed financially to go back to work for somebody else because I thought that was the answer.
Mhm.
And when back-to-back opportunities failed and I realized that I would never again put my money in someone else's hands in the sense of them paying me, I changed. And I really thought that I was going to quit the business and that was it. And I didn't really tell anybody about it besides a couple of people really close to me. But I drew a line in the sand. I stepped over the line and I'm like, I'm never going back. I'm never letting anyone else be in control of my money. And that was the point where everything shifted and I went from like 0 to 6 figures within 10 months. Yeah. Because it was like, I absolutely refuse to be.
It's so funny. Like I had a similar moment when I first started my company. I was at the YMCA and it was funny. I had a client who had done all these different things in business and tech and he pretty high up. And I'm like, I think I want to leave the Y and start my own. And he looked me dead in the face and he was like, you're afraid to do this. He was like, how could you work for someone and have the fear of not starting your own when it is in you already to do this and you already have it? Like, just go and do it. And I was like, okay. And he was like, if you're thinking about it, then you have to do it. And so like, I always remember that. It's like, if I think of an idea or if I think that I can do something, it's like, it's already done. And it's just up to us to actually act in act in what we've already, completed. And so
you've manifested it already.
No one who starts a business, unless you're a marketing person, like that is your business. You are not in business to be marketing your own business. You should have executive decisions about that process and what it should sound like, look like, but you should not be the actual marketer of your business. But we are conditioned to believe that that's our role.
Well, yeah, that you have to, I think that you have to do it all. Like, and
too is like now working with you is, I mean, yes, I have this idea of my business and everything, but it's really hard to see the forest through the trees. I'm so deep into what I'm doing. Right. It's really hard to step back and look at my business from a consumer's point of view. Right. Because I've already seen behind the curtain. Yeah. Right. And marketing is about, literally looking at the bigger picture. And it's really hard to do that when you're doing it. So it's really
it's almost impossible.
And I think maybe that's even why it was hard for you or didn't want to probably your own business, because you're in it, like you're in the forest, and you need someone to step back and like look at all of the trees and be like, okay, let's make it work.
Yeah. So my whole mission in my business is that you should have a marketing director actually when you start your business or within the first year, not at year 10 when you're making several $100,000 millions of dollars. You need it from the beginning. So I've structured my business to do that, to be able to come in at year 1, year 2, year 3, and then be able to support with strategy that gets you closer to your revenue way faster than spinning your wheels for years. So.
Oh, yeah, well, there's a lot of wheels spinning and trying to figure
it out. Wheels. Nothing but wheels.
I always describe it like you just have to keep like, when you like cook spaghetti, I'm like the queen of analogies that are.
I really love it. I really love it.
Like when you cook spaghetti and there was like, okay, like if you know it's done, like you're going to throw a noodle against the wall and if it sticks, then it's done.
It works.
You didn't know that. Yeah. Little known tip. Throw your noodles against the wall and if it sticks, done.
Never done it or heard it, but I like it. I like it.
There's what you're getting at, I think, is the phrase of, I just keep throwing stuff at a wall to see if it sticks. Yeah. And that's usually everyone's philosophy and strategy is like, I'm just going to keep throwing stuff. And that's what I want to talk about today in some of my tips is like, there's actually a much smarter, better, easier way than that. And that's
in wasting your spaghetti noodles.
The wasting your spaghetti noodles on the wall. Yeah.
So, tell us about how you found like support and tools to actually get you to that place to realizing and helping you realize these things. I have a company that I use as a mentor.
Okay.
Vanessa, she has mentors. And so it's like, how did you get there? How did you get to that place?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't think I have any mentors per se. I did a lot of research. I become obsessed with my clients' experience and what they're trying to accomplish in their goals. And the more I became obsessed with what they were trying to get to, the better I was able to reverse engineer what the end goal was and reverse engineer of how we could start today to get there.
Yeah.
And I realized that not a lot of people have that ability. And
Yeah.
so when I recognized that, I just did more research, but I also like tapped into other podcasts, other books, other things,
Yeah.
because marketing is if we could have 100 people in the room
Yeah.
and ask every single person, and they're each going to have a different definition of marketing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so being able to, because I actually didn't have someone that I could go to and have as a mentor, it was up to me, which is why a lot of the thoughts were, do I know what I'm doing?
So what would be like tip number one?
Mhm. Okay.
Definitely
So excited.
write it down.
Let's get
Yeah.
in it. Let's get in it.
Let's dive in.
So it goes back to the thing I just said a minute ago, which is you should not be running your own marketing.
Mhm.
And you need to have someone that has an outside perspective that's going to bring in different strategies for you. So number one, first and foremost, find someone like me that can come in and help you develop what I call the like core 4 principles, meaning you need to know exactly to the T who your ideal client is, because nothing else matters if you don't know who that person is. Everything in your business, the reason why you started your business is all because you want to support and help that particular person.
Mhm.
So when you know who this person is, you're obsessed with their experience, you're obsessed with their pain points, and you know how to solve their pain points, then your services should align with how to solve those pain points. And the customer journey should make them feel so seen and validated. But you being able to create that on your own is where everyone goes wrong.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, okay.
the moment you're able to have someone guide you and set up a system that I call the customer journey is when you're able to see how every facet of your marketing all bleeds together. It all tells one message. So we typically, within our first few years, because we're conditioned with everything that we see on every piece of content everywhere, is, oh, I need to get a social media manager. Oh, I need to start with social media. If you don't know what your message is and you don't know who you're helping, stay off social media, quite frankly, and figure that out first.
Yeah.
So ideal client is the first one. Your positioning, meaning you both own gyms. How are you different than Vanessa? You guys have 2 different clients, a lot of overlap, but the community is different. The culture is different. So being able to immediately know how to position yourself in the market differently, express that through messaging and all of your aspects of marketing. And then you've got to set up some kind of like funnel system, meaning if they find you on the website or they find you on social, how do they flow into the business? I call it your web. Get them in your web. And then you're able to then get them at least in front of you, depending on your process, and then convert them into a client. And then how do you keep them? So it's really 4 basic principles that no one really starts with, though. They start at, oh, I just need to get the message out, but there is no clear message. So people are typically confused. They have no idea who you are, what you do.
Yeah.
And that becomes where people spend their cycles for years, quite frankly.
That was some of the best advice that there's another business in my shopping center, and this she owns a yoga studio, and that was one of the things she was like, define who, you know, what your business is before you go adding all these classes and all these services and all these different things. And so, you know, we defined, and, you know, luckily I had 2 business plans. So I had a business plan based around group exercise. Then I had one based around personal training. And so I put them out, and one took off more than the other. And from there, so I had numbers and things to support that. And like, it's funny because I had just how I think I had already done that. But if she wouldn't have said that, I probably wouldn't have approached it the same way. Like I started on a smaller scale and built up. And now I think we have like 7 or 8 different types of classes, but we started with 4.
Yeah.
You know,
that like foundation.
Yeah.
Like
and
purpose of what.
And we tried stuff,
Exactly.
and if it didn't work, we got rid of it. And I think that's always a big thing. People, you know, you see a vision, you see it a certain way. It doesn't mean other people are going to see it that way.
Right.
It doesn't mean that even though this clientele who you know who they are, you know, yes, you know they want this, and everybody says they want something. And then you give it to them, and then they don't take it.
Yeah.
So then what do? You could be an idiot and keep on offering it and lose time and money, or you figure out what they actually need and want and then make that change. And so,
Well, and I think another thing that I learned from you too, like, talking through my business, was there was a clientele that, yes, maybe I wanted, but like who really at the end of the day
comes
is
in
my clientele.
Yeah.
As much as you would love to have an athlete on one of your reformers, that's great and all. That might happen in time, but like, who is your core people? And that also kind of redirects where your vision is, and it completely changes your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. So that was 2 tips. I mean, 2 parts. No, I mean, not 2 tips. That was 2 parts of it. And you said it was, what's the 3rd and 4th?
So one thing that this happens every single time I onboard a client or I ask them in their discovery call with me, I will say, tell me your goals and tell me your numbers. No one knows how to answer those questions.
Ooh, I love talking to numbers.
Oh my gosh.
Like
you're good with numbers.
You in my like soul.
Yeah.
Like what?
I love how you're over there like shaking your head like, oh shit, yeah, that's what she did to me. And I'm over here like numbers,
You're
like your goal in numbers. Like, yeah, my goal, everybody knows I'm out in 8 years and a couple months. I am retiring. And numbers, I'm all over it. Like, you know, the mentor company I'm part of, they were like, out of the thousands of people in this group around the world, you have the best numbers and know your numbers more than anyone else. Yeah. And they were like, that is the wildest thing. And they were like, you know it down to the T. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I was like, because I want to know why I'm succeeding or why I'm failing.
Yeah.
Like, and be able to make that change this week versus waiting months and looking up and being like, wait, where'd that go? Or, oh man, I made this extra, or I lost this money.
Numbers don't lie.
Oh, they don't.
And so maybe that's even, I'm thinking like, I'm therapizing myself right now. I'm like, is that why? But that kind of ignorance is bliss. And so like, maybe if I don't fully know and understand my numbers and I just keep grinding away at what I'm doing, then it'll just work out. But if you really know your numbers, it's
so the other part of the other part of knowing your numbers is this. So being in retail as long as I was absolutely served me in the sense of we always had to know what our conversion rate was in the store. How many people walked into the store versus how many people walked out with something in their hand. And it's the same thing for every business owner. What does your pipeline look like? Meaning how many leads are coming into your business every month? How many of those leads are turning into clients? And the reason that's important is it tells you a lot of things. Are you shit at sales?
Yeah.
Are you shit at sales? Yeah. Or are you great at sales? Is there leaks in the foundation of your onboarding and your enrollment that we need to optimize? Because I tell this to people all the time. I can bring so many people into your world via marketing. It means nothing if you cannot retain them and sell them.
Not ready. Yep.
So it's one thing, and that's why I call it internal marketing versus external marketing, which is what Vanessa and I are working on with her business. Is okay, when they come into the studio, how are we keeping them? Yeah. But with your numbers, it also helps your marketing. Meaning, I think we assume when we hear marketing, if we don't know our numbers, we're like, oh my God, I need like thousands of people to see my business every month. And if you're telling me that you only need 30 people to come into the gym every month and just buy this particular package, then maybe we only need to talk to 100 people to secure the 30. Yeah. Well, that absolutely shifts your strategy for marketing.
Yeah. Changes the whole landscape.
Maybe you don't need ads, right? Maybe you don't need all these different things. Maybe you just need one solid enrollment plan and visibility. And that's why strategy is so important. But it baffles me that so many entrepreneurs, when I say, what's your goal in 1 year? What do you want to be? Where do you want to see the business? They cannot tell me. And I'm like, then what are we working towards?
Yeah.
You've got to give me a vision and I will help you work towards it. But if you have no idea where you're going, all of this is for shit right now. Yeah. So know your numbers, know your conversion.
Man, you're making me so happy. I'm like loving this stuff. And I'm like, oh, like, yeah, like you're right. Like,
amen.
Like, oh yeah, I feel that like deep in my heart. And it's not just
your numbers,
the tequila. Like,
I'd be a little bit of tequila.
Like, oh my gosh. Like I love that stuff. Yeah, this is great. This is great.
Give me tequila and I will talk about marketing all day long.
I mean, we could probably do multiple episodes on marketing because amidst everyone getting to know their numbers and everything like that, when you're working with clients and just kind of building your own business in itself, what are the moments that really make it worth it?
I think with watching clients' faces, when we have gone through several conversations to get them to articulate to me what their goals are, what they truly started this business for, and then me being able to support them through brainstorming and conversations of like this moment of, oh my God, that's it. Oh my God, that's it. It's almost like this internal feeling that they've been trying to articulate. Someone else is able to present it to them in a way that they're like, that's my vision. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. And then being able to execute marketing and messaging that gets people bought into that is the best fucking feeling in the world. Like I wish I could bottle that because it's so clear that for so long they haven't been able to talk about it in a way that moves people. And so when someone else gets it and sees it with them
Mm.
is, oh man, it's
What do
so
you
good.
feel like is kind of this little intro and a lot of times conversations where you've seen the epiphanies with clients? Like, what is that thing that entrepreneurs could kind of start thinking about
To get them there.
lead them
Yeah.
to that point?
It really is the core four. Like going back to, do you really truly know who you're serving
Yeah.
and who you're
Mhm.
helping? And look, there's some stuff out there that you could Google and it's like, what do they do for fun? What is that? Fuck all of that. First of all, no one cares what you do for fun. If they're coming to a Pilates studio or they're coming to a gym, they are there for a reason.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Mhm.
Vanessa and I talk about this all the time because I'm someone who has a huge mental block with working out. And I know I need Pilates. I know I need to physically move my body, but there is a block there. And she told me, she's like, but I think that's so many women. It's not just
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Jess. Like it's thousands and thousands of women in this city. And so what I love spending time on is getting them to understand, okay, well, what is the gap? What's the void? Meaning they know they want to work out. They know they need to. They have the absolute solution right there in front of them.
Yeah.
What's happening in that middle that they
Mhm.
cannot take the next step? And how do we figure that part out?
Mm.
And how do we market that?
Yeah.
Figure out why they aren't taking the action with you and
It-
then see if you can articulate it.
Ooh, that's so interesting. Like, you know, and especially in Vanessa can definitely attest to this. You know, we have our clients who are faithful and they know what to do. Like they've been with us so long, they
Mhm.
know exactly. You know, I'll start doing certain exercises. I'm like, okay, we're about to do a chest press, and automatically they raise their feet to get ready to do chest press with leg raise because that's like a core move. And I'm like, no, we're gonna do something different.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what to do, but actually doing it on your own, they'll let other things get in their head, get in the way, and stop them from doing it. And the accountability of another person goes so far.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, having a person that you have to meet, having a person that you have to pay, having a part, like, you know, and so that's why we all become so valuable, is because they have to check in. They have
Mhm.
they have to answer to us. And, you know, some may be nicer. Y'all are probably nicer than me.
I've heard you're pretty rough.
I'm not like, so I say this, I've said this before, like, if you ask anyone at my gym, who is the most sarcastic or who's probably like an asshole, they'll say me.
Mhm.
But if you ask anyone who is the most caring, they'll say me.
Mhm.
Like, that is
Both things
like,
can be true at the same time.
oh, they're both very true.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and, you know, you've seen me before
Yeah.
cry about how passionate and how much I care about training and how much I love the people and that's what I do it for and all the things like that. But, you know, there is a level of like, hey, like, this is what you're here for. Like, oh, I'm sorry I made you work out. Like, I say that to people when they're like complaining about something. And it's like, oh, I'm sweating. I'm like, well, fuck, you came to work out. What do you expect?
Oh,
like, this,
I mean, you know.
you should, not my fault that you have your Botox right before this. Like,
No,
you
you can't lay down for that.
like, you know, like, that is not my issue. It's been less than 24 hours. Why did you even come then?
Yeah.
Like, that's not my problem. So I guess we had to mess it up and see if they did a good job. Like, I know who that doctor is and I'll call him and let him know it's my fault. Like, sorry, but like, you're going to do this exercise. You're not getting out of this.
Well, and I mean, the real essence of us is, I mean, yeah, people are like, God, like, I just hate working out. I'm like, well, good, because if you loved working out, I wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
So
It is job
there's
security.
an accountability
on that, do
aspect.
you like working out? Honestly.
Well, I used to,
Yeah.
and then I opened a gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but
it's not even that. I don't hate working out. It's just
time.
it's not that I don't dislike it. It's just trying to disassociate what work and
Right.
what is healthy. But
Right.
there is that accountability factor for us with our clients, is I'm paying for this so that you will hold me accountable.
Yeah.
And then I always tell them, you know, if I put a plate of chicken and broccoli in front of you and I put a plate of cake in front of you, you know which one to pick.
Yeah.
It's the why you pick the cake.
Mhm.
And I think it works that way for our clients. And it also works that way in the void of, you have this business you want to run. You want it to make it successful. What is the why in between?
Yeah.
And figuring out the why.
Yeah.
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 And how do you stay connected to your why?
Speaking of.
So, I guess it was 2020. 2019, I had a very good friend of mine suddenly pass away. And we were only 38 at the time. And she was one of those humans that you literally like your brain can't comprehend the fact that she's no longer like here. Right. And it shook me. And then like 6 months later, COVID happened. And so it shook me to the point where I was like, oh my God, you are not living your life to the capacity that you need to be living. And so back in 2020, I knew I had not traveled the world in any capacity. And it did not make sense to me if I like literally died the next day, that I'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't do that because I was afraid. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard
on my tombstone.
Yeah. So I made the decision in that moment, I would never be afraid again. I had a lot of anxiety around like getting on an airplane for longer than a few hours. I decided that night I was never going to be afraid again. I was going to plan my first trip to Scotland, which I did like 2 years later. But I knew I needed to be in a place where I was making my own money and I could work from anywhere. And so my son graduates high school in 2 years. And after that, I am free to roam about the building. And so I am going to go live in Spain for 3 months and work in Italy. And that's my goal. So every decision, this is why I ask people what their goals are. Because my goal from 2020 has been, I want to be able to pick up my laptop and that is all I need to run my business. And every decision gets funneled through that. Every decision. And nothing has changed. And so that is my why, is you're doing this because you know that part of how I want to fulfill my own life and my soul is to literally experience different cultures, different places, and then still run my business at the same time. So that is how I stay connected to my why.
That was a really good why. Like,
I mean, need to redo all
like, I know I'm like sitting here and I'm like, damn, I was like, my why is because
retiring at 50.
Everybody knows my why. Like, I was like, oh shit, maybe I need to like add something else to it. Like, because I've, helped so many lives and my goal is to
your why is your why, man.
10 million people healthier.
You're going to be retired at 50. I'm going to have my private jet, because we have to fly to Spain to check out my Pilates studio.
And I'll be free, so we can do it.
Our tequila.
Yeah,
I love this for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. She's been manifesting.
That's my business.
Talk about manifesting. She's been talking about this jet. And
I have been.
Yeah.
That's part of our marketing.
And that's why we started the podcast, is so we can have a jet.
But right now with the marketing strategy, we're still flying.
So go like and subscribe
Love y'all, Spirit. Don't measure
Sweat
my
the
bag.
Standard. Make sure you like and subscribe, because that's how we're going to get that jet.
Get us from Spirit to private jet by liking and subscribing.
To PJs.
Right there. That should have been the podcast name right there. Spirits to PJs. Because
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get down to our last tip. This is tip number 2.
No, this is tip number 3.
Okay.
Is it right? 3 or 4?
There's been so many good facts. I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah, this has been very enlightening. I feel like I'm learning so much about you, and I've had so many conversations with you.
I know. We've had a lot of conversations. Never about marketing, though.
Yeah.
About other stuff, other life stuff. Okay, last tip. So I grew my business very quickly, all through building relationships and referrals. And I don't think now I say this with a caveat, because I can only take on a certain amount of clients per quarter and per year. That strategy works for me. I'm good at networking. I'm good at building relationships. I'm good at getting people to say, you got to talk to Jess. You got to talk to Jess. You got to talk to Jess. So the referrals that come in are super warm, meaning I have one conversation with them. I send them a proposal. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
And that system has been brilliant for me. I've been able to do that. However, you can use this particular system for whatever you need or want in your life or in your business. Meaning, if you want to get on more stages, if you want to somehow get access to a private jet, then as you network with the goal that you have in mind. And as you talk to other people, right? You are asking them and telling them about the goal and what you're trying to reach. If you know any pilots that have a commercial jet, I would like to know them. Can you set up an interview or set up an intro with me? I'm trying to retire at 50. I need this and this. Do you have anyone that's in your life that could help me with that? It does not have to be, this is how I find my clients, but I want you to think about networking and building relationships as they get into your web, right? So if you envision a web, every single rung on the web of a spider web is a different person. And so you are multiplying yourself because you're building relationships, you're building trust with those other people, and then they are thinking about you in rooms that you do not exist in.
Yeah.
And then they are bringing people into your web, and all you're doing is staying awesome with what you do and who you are, and they're bringing the food to you. So it is a brilliant strategy for certain models of business. However, it can also be brilliant with just you trying to get to different and bigger goals in your life, period. So
It's pretty good. 'Cause-
Okay, and so for somebody who is not the biggest people person,
yeah,
I have.
that's also me, you guys. I'm not a people person.
Okay, well,
Well,
you're
you-
better than we are.
I mean,
well,
I
you're better
love being in
than
front
me.
of a microphone, but I'm not a
Like,
people person.
you'll go and mingle and like talk to people. I do not want to talk to anyone.
What?
Like,
What? Where am I mingling and talking?
you do mingle. You mingle. Like, you'll go do.
That's only because I'm single.
I'm single too, and I do not mingle the way that she does.
Referral program around dating.
You do the
Like,
different.
hey,
you do the
so I would like a man who is
Yeah, we would call it referral dating in my world.
11,
It doesn't work though.
Doesn't have any like mama trauma. Makes a decent initiative.
Mm.
You could refer somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
just
does
like
work
that.
for referral. I call it referral dating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So so somebody who is not great with like
Yes.
socializing.
Yes. I have
for
the answer.
me, my thing is I need to connect with people. I need to check
Yep.
in with people. I need to text them, but like I'm exhausted.
Okay, I got it. You ready?
Okay, all right. I'm ready for the answer.
Because I also walk into a room and I don't want to talk to everybody, and I thought I was doing it wrong, and it turns out I was. Meaning,
Done. Podcast over.
That's it.
thank you for
Good
coming.
luck.
Okay, so instead of you walking into a room and thinking that you have to talk to every single person, give out your business card to every single person, I would rather you work the room and ask specific questions. If it's a room that like you walk in and there's 30 people and they're all hanging out and drinking and whatever, that's one thing. I prefer to go to meetings that it's sit down, everyone has to stand up, do their commercial, blah, 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 the whole rigmarole. Because what I'm doing is I'm listening to every single person's commercial and I'm picking out 3 to 4 people that either could be a potential client
Mhm.
or a great referral source for me.
Mm.
After the meeting is over, I walk up, I connect with each one of those people. Hey, I really liked what you had to say. I would love to learn more about your business and possibly refer you. Can we set up a virtual one-on-one? No one will say no to that because you are placing the value first on them. I book that meeting because I have it already on my automatic scheduler. I book the meeting before they leave because no one follows up. No one will ever follow up. Don't buy into it. Just book the meeting. And then if you go to 4 meetings, right, a month or 4 events, and you use that way, hey, I really like what you said. I think we could be a great referral source for each other. I'd love to learn more about you and refer you. Can we go ahead and book a virtual whatever or have coffee, lunch, whatever? I don't know, whatever. They rarely say no.
Yeah.
They want to talk about their business. And then you've connected with someone that could be great, could be shit. I don't know, but you've got to get them in your pipeline.
Mhm.
And this prevents you from then having to work the entire room. And if your commercial is strong, meaning you get up and say, hey, I'm Jess. I work with small business owners within 0 to 10 years of their business. I blah, 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 blah. People will immediately come to you instead of you having to work the room. So that's the way I see it as an introvert. I don't want to work the whole room. I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
But if I go to 5 meetings a month and I book 2 meetings from all of those meetings each, that's 10 people in my pipeline consistently. And I'm not paying for anything. I'm just organically, strategically working the room a little different. Yeah.
And then like following up with them and
Well, my calendar, when you book with me, it sends all the automatic stuff and I don't have to worry about any of that shit. So they book it. I don't have to talk to them again until they are on Zoom with me. That's the trick.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good stuff. Like I'm thinking we need to talk outside of this. Because it's getting this is really good stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
It's life changing.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so
All right, this is Vanessa's favorite time.
Oh, is it rapid fire? Is it time?
you
No.
already heard about it?
Well,
she read it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this.
God.
Sorry, I cheated and looked down at the paper.
Yeah, you can't look at the paper now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'll do the first one. What is the biggest myth about entrepreneurship?
Oh my God. That you have all the time freedom.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yes.
That's
Good advice.
oh yeah, that's
That's all noise until you get into a place multiple years down the road. So
yeah.
Eventually it will happen, but
yeah.
not
When
within
you're
the
in your
first
private
like,
jet.
5 years.
Favorite question.
Yeah.
Coffee or cocktail while planning or having a meeting?
Oh God, always cocktail. Are you kidding?
Yes.
See,
Always cocktail.
not me.
What? Planning a meeting? Like what kind of meeting are we talking about?
A meeting, like any type of meeting. It's rapid fire. You can't go back on it.
Okay.
That's your answer.
I mean, you're
Always
I'm just
cocktail.
saying,
Your answer-
you're
your
the first
answer.
person on the podcast so far that has agreed with me that.
Oh my God, cocktails
Cocktail.
all the time. Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you kidding?
Okay. All right.
Conversation.
Anyways,
All right.
moving on. Love your answer. Super excited. Terrence is out.
What song gets you into business mode? Like, what song just gets you just ready to go? Like, you're like, I was listening to music on my way here just to get myself mentally ready because it's been a long day. What song gets you there?
There is no song. I hate to be a ball buster here. There's no song. There's podcasts that get me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best podcasts, other than ours, obviously.
Yeah. Of course.
So there's a dude called David Bayer who is he's business focused, life focused. He combines a shit ton of like spirituality, metaphysics, quantum physics, really good self-development, personal development stuff, but he says fuck a lot, which I love personally. And so he just and it's like
It's
20
gonna be the first
minutes.
episode we add the explicit.
I know. Yeah. This is
Love it.
definitely going to be an explicit
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Like,
we're all adults.
it's my favorite word.
And my son's used to hearing it anyway. It's okay.
It is one of those podcasts where he like for 20 minutes just gets in it and I'm like ready to take on the world. So it's not a song. It's definitely a podcast.
Okay. Well, I mean, it has been amazing having you. And I feel like we need to have you on for.
Oh yeah, she's
entirely.
definitely coming back.
Thanks,
That was
guys.
like scratching the surface.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's so much more to talk about.
We
This
could've
was
done,
awesome.
Like 10 tips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got them all.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
But so we loved having you, and
Thank
I'm
you.
sure we will have you on again.
I hope so.
So make sure that if you have any other questions or you want to reach out to her, what
How
would
can
be
they
the
find
best
you?
way to-
Oh, yeah. So website is my name, jessicadefeo.com. And then my socials, my Instagram is my business name. So at JMD Creative Consulting.
Yeah, we'll have that all in the show notes and the comments.
Also,
and
thank you.
all that stuff down there. So yeah, like make sure you like, follow, and share
Do all
on
the
all
things.
of our social medias. And we'll see you next time.